And I was like, no, I don't want sprinkles on the ice cream. And if you put sprinkles on there, I'm going to... Oh, we're on the air again. We're on the air, and that means it's time for segment 3. It's the kayfabe issues. Today we're going to be playing... What? Today we're going to be playing 2 games. But first, we're going to do the t-shirt giveaway. So here's the thing. If you can tell us when we do the birthdays who the dead people are, and I will give you a hint. There are 4 dead people in the birthdays tonight. So when you tweet us, if you tweet us all 4 dead people in the birthdays, you will win your choice of t-shirts from barbershopwindow.com. On me. I am buying. So if you're listening to this, you tweet us the 4 dead folks, and we will give you a t-shirt if you're the first one to do so. But first, let's play some games. The first game we're going to play is called World's Worst. For those of you who are Who's Line fans, you'll know how this works. I am going to give our esteemed panelists a subject, and our esteemed panelists will give us the world's worst version of that. Tonight we're doing the world's worst ways to end a promo. So we will start with Omega BR because his improv is excellent.
The worst way to end a promo, you say?
Yes, the world's worst way to end a promo. And then after Omega BR, you guys can just jump in. And I will tally up points as we go.
Am I making a promo?
No, you're just...
The last sentence in the promo, that's the worst sentence. It's a worst way to end the promo.
I see. Well, I would say the worst way to end a promo. I'll see you at home.
And I'm gonna tell you one thing, brother. I'm gonna kick your ass at WrestleMania.
Your opinion, man.
Okay. And I tell you, brother, I'm gonna kick your ass at WrestleMania, but you don't need to worry about how much suntan lotion I put on my daughter.
Yeah, I don't suck, but your mom does. Oh!
Weapons aren't just encouraged, they're allowed.
And I'm gonna dangle my kid off the balcony just like you, Bubba.
My name is Curtis Axel.
I'm gonna make you tap, and then I'm gonna stick a Bible by your limp body.
The champ is here.
I'm gonna make you tap, and then I'm gonna teach you some other forms of dance.
You want some? Come.
My name is Bo Dallas.
Yes, please buzz that.
My name is Kizarni.
Somebody call my mama.
Remembered that one.
Well, butter my grits.
My name is Line.
And I'm going to be TNA champion.
And I'm going to bust through the wall of WCW because I am the Shockmaster.
And after I'm done taking the TNA TV title from you, I'm gonna make you waffles, cause you're... Oh, fine. You better bring a lunch.
You say you're gonna beat me, but I say you're a bastard.
Hulk Hogan, I'm coming for you.
Keep it up, my nigga.
Oh, how come Vince McMahon gets away with it, yet you won't let Yankum do the same damn thing?
There are rules. And with that, let's end the game. I will tally up the points here. Smark Henry, 10,000 points. Net Jester, 4,362. Dark Matrix, 900. Just for being here. Omega BR, 10,000. RMD, 9,967.362943218631, and Gunner 0 points. So
Fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right.
hey, it's tradition for you to be terrible.
Fucking bullshit.
I've got one more.
All right, one more.
It's time for segment 3.
I gotta dumb myself
I
down.
hate you. All right, let's play. Let's make a date. Omega VR, I need you to mute your speakers. All right, so here's how this works, folks. Actually, I should have waited for explaining this so that Omega would know what was going on. Now I have to do it twice, but it's too late. We have to do it. Let's go. Our esteemed panelists are going to be wrestlers. This is like the dating game. Omega BR will have to guess. Yes, TLDR version is this is the dating game. The panelists are wrestlers. Omega BR has to guess who those wrestlers are. RMD, you are Scott Steiner. I will be Hulk Hogan. Gunner, you are Kevin Nash. Smark Henry, you are The Rock. And Net Jester, you are Doink the Clown.
Oh, God, his worst gimmick.
Okay, and Cocaine.
Also-
Whoa, Gunner. I mean, we're friends, but it's not like that. Alright, so we're doing the dating game. Omega we are. Our esteemed panelists are wrestlers. You will have to guess which one, as you are the lucky bachelor. Let's see. We'll go down the list in order. RMD will be bachelor number 1. I will be bachelor number 2. Gunner, bachelor number 3. Net Jester, bachelor number 4. Smark Henry, bachelor number 12. So you will begin asking us questions, and you will have to suss out which wrestler we are.
Alright, Bachelor number 1. What would you consider to be your perfect first date?
Well, you want to know something? My perfect first date involves going down and getting rid of the biggest fat son of a bitch that's right in the middle of my parking spot. Because you see, I have the biggest jackhammer that's in this place. So I go in and I park where I want to. Now after that, I'm going to get your ass out of the passenger seat. And I'm going to take you in and I'm going to show everybody in the building just how much of an awesome man I really am. And I can pull any woman, any man in the building. After that, you got to know just who it is that's taking you on a date. You better respect that.
Well, I do like it rough. Let's see, Bachelor number 2. I like to be romance, flowers, chocolates, but I want something different than all that. I want something unique. What kind of gift would you give me?
Well, let me tell you something, Bachelor. I'd get you the best gift there ever was. I'd get you 2 27-inch pythons. Bachelor.
Ooh, animal lover. Bachelor number 3. Let's say you take me on a vacation. You know, what would be our dream vacation?
Vacation? Know the key word there. Vacation. Well, I'd have to go somewhere because, you know, we couldn't fit on a cruise boat because I'm just too big. And my buddy Scott's going to be there too. Let me tell you, but just as long as there's a hover round somewhere near, because I'm gonna walk and I'm gonna try to get on the ride at Disneyland, and I'm gonna tear my quad.
Well, at least you're honest. Bachelor number 4. Given the current state of the socioeconomic climate, what would you do to improve international relations worldwide and the growing lack of dependency on the gold standard?
Well, the economy needs one thing. It needs more fun. I want circuses. I want goats. I want clowns. I want jugglers in top hats. And I want children all the way around me. The nice smiling faces as I juggle. First I'll start with balls, then I'll go with chainsaws, then maybe I'll juggle a few goats. But I have to remember, I don't want to, get too close to the children because they'll wipe my face paint off. Ooh, that's not nice.
Always appreciate a man who admits that he wears makeup. Bachelor number 12. You know, I like competition. I like watching big, oily men attack each other. I love all the moves. What move would you use on me to put a headlock on my heart, so to speak?
Whoa, 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 whoa! Who in the blue hell do you think you are, thinking that the people's champion, the great one, is gonna care about your heart? You can take your ass, you can go down Know Your Role Boulevard, down Shut Your Mouth Drive, all the way to the Smackdown Hotel, and you can get right out of my face if you smell what the millions and millions and millions are cooking.
Alright, well that was pretty concise. Shall I go ahead and guess who my bachelor is?
Yeah, I think 2 or 3 of us are probably going to be really easy. If you want to just go 1 through 12.
Alright, bachelor number 1, I think, was Scott Steiner.
Indeed.
Fat asses!
I'm not only bachelor number 1, I'm a genetic freak! No one can duplicate the highest pigs on the earth! There's nothing finer than Scott Steiner! Holla if you hear me!
I think bachelor number 2 was, I almost went with Jake the Snake, but I'm pretty sure it's Hulk Hogan.
Yes, it was.
Bachelor number 3 dropped a lot of hints. It sounded, but that last one really helped out. Was it Triple H?
No, it was Doink the Clown.
No!
Bachelor number 3.
Gunner!
Oh, Gunner. Gunner was Kevin Nash.
Oh. I'm surprised
So
you could fit on
I just gave you Net Jester.
Well, I thought Net Jester was playing himself.
There we go. Sir, the worst gimmick out there, and I get stuck with it.
And bachelor number 12 sounded a lot like Vince McMahon doing a Rock impression.
You know what? That is better than the actual answer. So, yes.
Actually, bachelor number 12 was Ricky Ortiz. Rally up!
Oh my god, there's a name we haven't heard in a while.
He was
All
on
right.
Chase.
I'm hungry. Gunner, are you hungry?
Well, yeah, considering that the people that were going to deliver my food didn't fucking deliver it.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! No! Shut up! Get a GPS in this thing! You're redneck! You drive a redneck truck! You're a dope! Get my bag! Get my bag! Get my bag! Put on my shoes if you want you to! I'm hungry!
Well, no ice cream for you then. Jeez.
It's about time to go down the Dairy Queen drive-thru. It's time for the Dairy Queen drive-thru, and with the ratings this week, let's have a guest. Smart Henry, will you read the ratings?
Absolutely, I will. The fact of the matter is that Thursday night's Impact drew a 1.0 cable rating. That might sound sad, but it's 43% up from last week's 0.7. SmackDown, on the other hand, drew a 1.98, which you could really round up to a 2.0, which is up 6% from last week's 1.86. Total Divas, according to ZapToIt.com, drew a whopping 73.9 million viewers because it is the best wrestling show on television, by which I mean 1.2 viewers. And the Salami Award-themed episode of Raw drew a whopping 4.16 million. Nope, just 4.16 million viewers, up from 18% from last week's 3.54 million viewers. The show did hours of 4.22 million, 4.18 million, and 4.08 million, and had a 1.53 average in the classic 18 to 49 demographic, which is up a solid 0.26 from last week's 1.27 demo rating.
And with the birthdays this week, remember to pay attention, guys. Yankum DDS.
All right, here it is. You tell me the 4 dead folks in this list of birthdays for this week, and we will. Well, I will, because Gunner's cheap. I was like, let's buy a T-shirt. And he was like, fuck that, I'm not spending money. And I was like, you're a jerk. And he was like, I don't even like those people. But I'm gonna buy you a T-shirt if you're the first person. Net Jester, give me time. If you're the first person to tell me the 4 dead folks in this birthday list, you will win your choice of T-shirts from Barbershop Window. So here we go. On the 10th, we have Mr. Aguila, a.k.a. S.A. Rios. Mr. Still Employed himself, JTG. El Mephisto, and Michael Shane, a.k.a. Martyr. On the 11th, we have Doug Furness and La Parca. On the 12th, we have King of Diamonds, Eddie Kingston, Rey Mysterio Jr., and Sabu. On the 13th, we have the Junkyard Dog, Fuerza Guerrera, Boris Zukov. On the 14th, we have the Ultra-Violent Terminator Brain Damage, Kangaroo Al Costello, and Johnny Jeter. On the 15th, we have Rene Dupree and Showtime Eric Young. And on the 16th, our final birthday, William the Refrigerator Perry.
And now it is time for This Week in Wrestling with Omega BR.
Yes, it's time for This Week in Wrestling History. In 1968, where the Medics, Billy Garrett and Jim Starr, defeat Wahoo McDaniel and Jose Lothario in the finals of the tournament to become the first NWA Florida Tag Team Champions. Jump to 1988, where Tatsumi Fujinami defeats Kerry Von Erich for the World Class Championship Wrestling World Heavyweight title in Tokyo, Japan, when Von Erich cannot continue due to blood loss. However, Fujinami refused to accept the belt and returned the championship to Von Erich the next day. And in 2001, WWF held the first Vengeance event, headlined by a mini-tournament to determine the new undisputed champion following the end of the Alliance and the WCW Championship. Steve Austin would retain the WWF title against Kurt Angle, and Chris Jericho would win the WCW title from The Rock, with help from Vince McMahon, leading immediately to the main event, where interference from Angle, Rock, McMahon, Ric Flair, and Booker T would eventually lead to Jericho becoming the first WWF Undisputed Champion. And that was this weekend, wrestling history.
You know what's interesting? And I think it's interesting because, Vengeance being this month and everything. With the Undisputed Championship back then, and then the Undisputed Championship thing happening now, I think it's interesting to have a lot of the parallels examined between the two. Whereas you had The Rock and Chris Jericho, you had Vince interfering in things, you had, like you just said, you had Angle, Rock, McMahon, Booker T, Ric Flair, all these people interfering in the matches. Do you think we're ever going to hit a place in wrestling where it's going to be that, I don't want to say overbooked, because I don't believe it was overbooked given how big this occasion was and how important the championships were at the time, but do you think we're ever going to get to a point where the entire company is going to put all of its upper guys, not just the very top, Cena and Norton, but all of the upper guys, Punk, D-Bry, Big Show, everybody into one storyline like that again?
Well, I think actually that's exactly what they're doing right now, or at least what they're attempting to do with Authority storyline. I mean, like as you could see the ending of Raw. I mean, this is a multifaceted, connected main event scene right now. I mean, we have. That little clusterfuck at the end of Raw really provided us with an opportunity to wrap everything up into a nice little bow. And it's kind of interesting to see, this Punk and Triple H, still mad at each other, and Daniel Bryan still trying to get over, and John Cena and Randy Orton, that old thing, coming up again and again and again. And to me, it just seems like this Authority angle is what you're talking about. And I mean, it is all the top guys getting involved against the Authority. And while I'm perfectly fine with that, they just need to, get their shit together after this pay-per-view, because, we're almost coming up, and it's time, and it's WrestleMania time. But besides that, we're gonna get into some happy trails here. Happy trails to the real Sin Cara, Mystico, who might have parted ways with WWE considering his contract expires in January, and Unico is currently under the mask. Another NXT call-up might eventually fill his boots, and Unico might return as Unico. And also happy trails to the movie's website, Fandango.com, who are in process of proposing WWE's trademark to the registration of Fandango. Alright, so what should we watch this week in wrestling? Let's start with Omega BR.
You should watch the very first Women of Wrestling pay-per-view, which also happened to be the only Women of Wrestling pay-per-view. Or WOW, as they called it.
Yank of DDS, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
Oh, balls. I don't know. Mick Foley, bless his heart, he cheered me up in a dark time last night. So I am going to say, go back and watch Mick Foley versus The Rock in the I Quit match, because that match was fantastic. And I want to plug him because he is awesome.
Mark Henry, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
This answer is easy for me. We've got the American Wolves, now the American Pitbulls. They're showing up at NXT. They're moving to big things. Final battle is going to end soon, and that's going to be Eddie Edwards' end. We've already had Davey Richards step away from ROH. So you've got the American Wolves, now the American Pitbulls, going to WWE. I gotta say, you gotta watch the American Wolves versus Bryan Danielson, now Daniel Bryan, and Tyler Black, now Seth Rollins. It's from ROH on HDNet, episode 15. It can also be found on the American Wolves DVD, The Hunt Never Dies. It's a fantastic match. You can find it on ROHWrestling.com in their shop area. You can also find it by going on your Apple or iTunes device, typing in ROH and finding the ROH app, where you can download all of the best ROH moments. You can vote on the ROH Slammies, and it will be fantastic.
I think he's mixing his metaphors there.
I think so too, and I think you just volunteered yourself for the next person to give us what we should watch this week in wrestling.
Okay, I'm going to slightly eschew the format. Sekai de Ichiban Torisaku Natari, which is the first women's professional wrestling anime. It's also called I Want to Be the Strongest Woman in the World. It's pretty fun. It's got some interesting storylines about this up-and-coming rookie professional wrestler in Japan and her attempts at going over. It's a fun little anime, and don't forget, being it is anime, tons and tons of fan service.
RMD, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
This week, now normally I would be recommending to anybody, look up the history of Shinsuke Nakamura as far as YouTube goes, what you can find on YouTube, but no. I feel that while it's still there, I want you guys to all go back to YouTube. It's all officially uploaded there in HD, and I want you to watch all 12 episodes of Ring Warriors, a promotion out of Florida, and it's looking like they might not be around for too long because they've kind of gone quiet since Halloween, since Thanksgiving time. So, while it's still there, while it's still active, go watch Ring Warriors.
Alright, and this week I'm going to suggest the World War III 1996, I believe it was, match between Ultimo Dragon and Rey Mysterio Jr. Rey was in his prime at this point, and so was Ultimo Dragon, and this was a Ultimo came over from New Japan, I believe, and did a little stint there in WCW, and they had a fantastic match at that pay-per-view with the crazy 3 rings and all that stuff. And so to get you hype for the botching Sin Cara disappearing, you should definitely check that out. All right, guys. That's 100 episodes in the can right there.
We have a winner. We have a t-shirt winner.
Ooh, speaking of candy, who is it?
At the Eli Steele won his choice of shirts from barbershopwindow.com. So all he has to do is go to Barbershop Window, pick out a shirt, DM us the info, and I will buy you a t-shirt of your choice. Under $30.
Well, the early bird gets the worm, so you got wormed, buddy. Way to go.
I actually had to post the birthday list to Twitter, but, whatever.
It's fine. It's fine. Somebody won. I mean, hey, that's pretty cool.
And somebody's listening to us live! How's that?
We can't say any more than nobody's listening.
Exactly.
The gimmick is dead. The gimmick is dead. Game over. Alright, so that's it for this week. We have some plugs to get through. You can check us out at smartsnark.com. You can find all our podcasts there. We also have Twitter.com/smartsnark, which is our Twitter, which Yankum and I, usually Yankum, tweet live during Raw and pay-per-views for the WWE and other stuff. If you're interested, check that out. We also have a Facebook, which I really haven't used in a while, admittedly, but I'll try to get on that again. Facebook.com/smartsnark, and you can email us if you have some sort of hate mail or you'd like to come onto the show. You're an indie promoter or an indie worker or somebody in the business basically that would like to get their message out there. You can email us at smartsnark@gmail.com. Am I missing anything?
YouTube.com/SmarkSnark. I don't know why I was singing. I'm not very good at it.
Did we cover the Bella Twins?
I would like to cover the Bella Twins, and no, that is not
tar and feathers?
that is not a sexual innuendo. I would like to cover the Bella Twins in dirt, as in bury them alive.
They were the Divas of the Year. You should show some respect, just like Seattle was nice enough to.
That was hilarious.
All right, everyone. Yeah, let's wrap this up. Thank you all for listening. Thank you guys, especially for 100 episodes and putting up with all of this crap. Oh my God, Yankum, Chester, RMD, Dark Matrix is in the room, Smart Henry, Eli, who won our T-shirt earlier. Thank you all for listening. I really appreciate it. I mean, I feel that we've come a long way since ranting for 7 hours about wrestling. So.
I never thought I'd live this long, so.
I know, me either. So, everybody, thanks, and take care. Spike your hair.
Woo, woo, woo.
On our way to great adventure.
Good night, everyone.
My vision is set, I can't see the past. My vision is set, I can't see the past. 'Cause in the act of breaking you, I feel like I was born anew. The Antichrist has risen at last. Dust has settled down, and your body's in my way. Your love led you astray. I made no such mistake. No. I reach up to heaven and I pull down the chair. I reach up to heaven, I pull down the chair. And in giving up my soul, I found absolute control. You're going to hell, I'm sending you there. You are the cancer, I am the knife. You are the cancer, I am the knife. And when the shot rang out so loud, I could bodies in my wake. Your love led you astray, and I made no such mistake. No. And when the dust has settled down, and your body's in my wake, your love led you astray, and I made no such mistake. And if you ever were my friend, then I know you'll understand. I'm going to hell. I'll meet you there.